Hello everyone, welcome to Life Flow 222. In today's reading, we will be doing a channel reading for the Twin Flame and Soulmates community who are in separation. Reason being, yesterday's reading, when I accidentally mentioned that there may potentially be twin flames or soulmates coming into your love life, I felt that this meant the universe has some messages for the twin flame and soulmates community. Therefore, today we will be starting with using Tarot of the Divine, simply because twin flame relationships and connections and soulmates as well tend to be divinely orchestrated. So divine timing, divine guidance definitely comes a lot into play. Then after the main reading, we will draw some cards from the Akashic Tarot to see what are the Akashic records that may be of relevance, simply again because past lives are very relevant to twin flame and soulmate connections. So, okay, let's start. What does the universe have in store for the beautiful twin flame and soulmates community who happen to be in separation at present? What does the universe have in store? What does the universe have in store for the twin flame and soulmate community currently in separation? Well, the cards are coming out quite quickly today. So what does the universe have in store for the twin flame and soulmate community who are currently in separation? Okay. One more card. Well, two came out. Okay, the Swords and Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Coins. Okay, I think let me just start a little bit on 5 of Coins here. From what I see, yes, unfortunately, it is true that when in separation, the twin flames and the soulmates would be in a lot of pain, and you feel like you've been left out in the cold. There's hardly any warmth left in your life. You know, you don't feel like there's anything worth doing. You don't feel like you know, your life has any meaning, and you feel really lonely and isolated. However, you know, that is a phase that the twin flames all have to go through, which is the stage of surrender. And actually surrendering to the universe is what brings the relationship further along. However, let's look at the card spread first. So this talks about in the past, moving into the present, and then into the future, and the basis of the situation where you're at. So from what I see, okay, most of you feel that you're so tied into your twin or your soulmate that it's essentially an unbreakable bond between the two of you, and it's almost akin to being tied in by the devil. You just can't move away. No matter where you go, you're always reminded of the other half who's not with you at the moment. And you know, you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for him or her to turn up, but what we have is the Knight of Coins, who is really very slow moving, the slowest of all the court cards. As you can see, this knight is not even riding a horse, he's actually on a cow. So he or she is slow, but I guess you could say steady. So, well, but patience is needed. Again, that's one of the key factors for twin flame and soulmate community connections. And then we see you in the position of 9 of Wands, like, oh, you feel that everything isn't like quite working out. What is going to happen? You're standing on one side, you know, you can't seem to see beyond what's the other side, and even on what's the other side, it doesn't look that great. So you're not not feeling great is probably an understatement. So at this point, you are feeling like, oh my god, what's like going to go happen to me, right? Okay, however, we see you moving into the High Priestess. In other words, because you are in separation, actually your telepathy and your energetic connection increases a lot more. Because you are not communicating in the 3D, you will actually fine-tune your abilities in the 5D. As a result, you will be moving into the High Priestess position. The High Priestess is somebody who is very psychic, very highly intuitive. A lot of it is not seen in the 3D, but more in the 5D, and this is the stage at which your connection is going to move into, more on the 5D level than the 3D level. However, as you move into that, you'll find that things will start to surface into the 5D, because as your other half, your twin or your soulmate, is feeling that connection a lot more strongly in the 5D, he or she starts to get used to the connection and realizes that he or she cannot run away from it. As a result, he will find some kind of a stability in his own emotions and ability to move forward, and he will therefore start to take action in the 5D, represented by the Hierophant, who takes things officially, and usually it is the divine masculine. I mean, whether you, regardless of biological gender, we all have a balance of masculine and feminine energies, so it just depends on which energy you're more aligned with at present. So whoever is the divine masculine, who has not been in communications with the divine masculine, will actually start to take action, and it is usually the divine masculine energy that determines the form in which the relationship will take place and how it will look in the 5D. So we see the Hierophant coming up with that, and that ties in really with the King of Coins, somebody who's very stable. So you see, even though she might have been very slow in the past because of the Knight of Coins, you will see that stability progressing into the King of Coins. Again, further stable, because you have the Tortoise, right, who is very strong but extremely stable. And you see, even on his shell, he is actually growing trees and flowers, which shows that the relationship is actually headed for a very good, stable outcome in the 5D. However, patience is needed. So we see, at present, you're still feeling like 10 of Wands, like, oh my God, I'm exhausted, like, what's going to happen? But with that, actually, you come into the stage of surrender. So with the stage of surrender is what will bring in the King of Coins from your twin flame or your high-level soulmate. Okay, so then we want to, as we mentioned, let's have a little bit of a look at the Akashic records. So what are some of the potential past life interactions that you may have had with your twin or with your soulmate who is currently separated from you physically in the 5D? Okay, so what are the past lives that have impact on your current situation with your twin flame or your soulmate? What are some of the past lives that may have an impact on your current situation with your twin flame or your soulmate? Okay. What are the potential past life energies that may have impact? Too many cards. We just need one more. Oh, it's actually two cards here. Okay. So then, okay. Archangel Gabriel, which again reinforces the prior reading that there will be communications coming in soon from your other half. And the angels are helping. Okay, so the first card up we have is One of Roses, which is commitment. So I see in your past, many of you in your past lives with your twin flame or your soulmate, you've actually had serious relationships. Probably you might even have been married, and this is why it has carried over into this lifetime where the connection feels so strong. Okay, and again, yes, so we have the Akashic Library, which again means yes, definitely you've had more than one past life together. In fact, probably many past lives where you had interactions between two of you. And then we have the third card, which is the Two of Roses, Roses touches on emotions and relationships. So again, it shows that, you know, potentially you might have had past lives where you were together, you know, in happy family, as a happy family, you know, where you had lots of good times together out in nature, you had many family meals and all that. But well, yes, and which is, I think, why your souls are craving to be together again in this lifetime so strongly. But then again, so okay, what is this karma in this current lifetime that is actually keeping you apart at this point? Or rather, the karma from previous lives that is affecting this situation now. Okay, what past karma is there that's impacting on this current twin flame or soulmate separation? What past life karma is there that's impacting on this current twin flame and soulmate? Oh, Lover's card. Definitely twin flame or high level soulmate here. The World, 10 of Wands, and 5 of Swords. Okay. Okay, so what we have are these 3 cards. One is the World, which is fulfillment. So from what I see in your past lives with your twin flame soulmate, in many of the past lives, actually, you've always felt very fulfilled with him or her. But of course, because he or she is your other half, right? But for some reason, there was a separation. In some of the lifetimes, things didn't turn out well. And there was a break. In some lifetimes, it didn't end happily, and because of that, you see underneath the deck is the 5 of Swords. Because of that, there is this prevalent emotion running through your lifetimes until now that, you know, either one of you or probably the other half is not sure how things are going to turn up, and he's uncertain, he or she is uncertain, you know, he feels that things may not do well, and is not willing to, she is maybe not so willing to invest in the commitment at this point because he's afraid of future heartaches, right? Because we again see the Lover's card, which is the strongest card for twin flames and high level soulmates in the traditional tarot. So again, because the connection is so strong, the fear is even stronger. And that is why he or she is staying away at this point, in order for he or she to really think things through and, you know, to take that risk to come towards you. Okay, so again, but you have to remember that because twin flames and high level soulmates, particularly for twin flames, tend to mirror each other very much. So part of the fear that the other half has is also actually part of the innate fear that you yourself have. So in order for your other side to awaken fully to the connection, you yourself have to work out the inner shadows and do the inner work, right? To get rid of whatever fears or insecurities that you may actually have and you may not be even consciously aware of. Now, so maybe just a little bit of self-promotion. We do make available jewelry that are meant to help you in your relationships, in your fortunes, abundance, and of course in also your twin flame or soulmate journey. So we actually curate different colored gems. They are all naturally mined. So these are sapphires with diamonds, because diamonds have got the highest vibration, which also helps to open up your crown chakra that manages all your other chakras. So if you see, because we're doing twin flames and soulmates readings today, my ring is in the shape of a heart, which obviously is to help with heart chakra, and also bracelet is the same. And as for this band, it's got all the different colors. These are sapphires, so again, high vibrations to help align all your chakras. Because when you align your chakras, you'll find that you will work out the inner shadows and your life will progress a lot more smoothly. And again, you know, you will move into a more harmonious situation with your twin flame, and your twin flame will return to you. And just as I had a quick look at the video recording time, it says 141414 again, so then we're looking at twin flames. Okay, so maybe let me just channel a couple of messages that your twin flame or soulmate might actually have for you, even though you're not on speaking terms in the 3D. So but what really is your twin or soulmate thinking with regards to you, okay? Oh, and it came flying out, obviously. Oh, wow. And look, the card says, there is no one else thinking about you all day. So even though he or she is not speaking or messaging you, actually in his or her heart and her mind, his or her mind, he's really thinking heavily about you. Let's have one more message. See? And she says, I want to take care of you the way you've always taken care of me. Bottom of the card, I hope the future will bring us together. So again, this comes back to the fact that this relationship is still there if you want it. Your other half still really wants to come back to you. However, because of the inner shadows, the fears and the insecurities, she is taking some time apart to think about the situation and to work things through, because again, she wants to be able to provide for you. And as for your side, you will need to work on your inner shadows as well, so that when you clear your own obstacles within you and the insecurities, automatically this is mirrored by your other half, who will then also start to be able to awaken more quickly to the connection between the two of you and to move ahead bravely towards you with certainty. Okay, so I hope this reading has been helpful. It is, and I feel that if you are here at this reading, then there's probably some message that would be useful for you. But of course, as this is a general reading for the Twin Flame and Soulmate community in general, please only take what resonates with you, and you are ultimately the person who determines how the course of your relationships and life goes. You always have free choice. So take care and have a great weekend until our next reading.